Hope you had a restful weekend. Um, I hope your assignment is coming along well. Um, if you have if you have any difficulties, if you encounter any challenges, uh, feel free to contact me. Remember, this is it's a learning process. Yeah, uh, we are all here to learn. It's not a competition. Yeah, it's not a competition, and don't feel pressured. Yeah, don't feel pressured. Be willing to learn, and at the end of the semester, you'll be able to actually appreciate, the time you spent here. Okay, very important. So they we are I think we cover unit three, and I hope I'm loud enough. Yeah, we'll cover unit three and four. So we are talking about images, yeah, and color models. And today we may talk about your cat. Yeah, this is week five, I think. Yeah, and normally cats are given in around week six or seven. Yeah, so if the cut is given probably this week, yeah, in 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be done with the drawing. Yeah, with the drawing. So about images, you have the book chapter that you will be able to find, and the same topic in the e-learning. Yeah. I invite you to go through. Ideally, in the face-to-face classes, we go through uh, this book, and students actually do uh, they go through the slides now as a revision. Yeah, but everything that is in the slide was actually picked from this book. If you want more details or elaborated explanations, yeah, just go through the book chapter. If you again have any challenges, feel free to reach out. Uh, Okay, so images. So in this chapter, we are going to cover the making of still images. Yeah, there are many ways you can actually use to come up with a still image. Yeah, and then image format. Yeah, we're going to look at uh, vector images. I need to add that. Uh, vector images. And before the colors, we look at the color format. Uh, Look at the color, the image format, then the color. So at the end, we want to show the difference between a bitmap, which is a still image, and a vector, and then a color system. So in multimedia, we we use images to illustrate um, or to show more clearly what's going on when we share a particular information. So that's why even in your probably IS project, you have diagrams, yeah, that come as images, yeah, for you to basically illustrate or put in a nutshell what your paragraphs or chapters are explaining. Yeah, good, very good. Yeah, and images, chat. Yeah, recording. So images could be still images. These are realistic photograph-like bitmaps. Uh, these are actually captured using your camera, yeah, phone camera or a DSLR. These are digital or professional cameras. Uh, you could actually draw. You could draw a still image, yeah, using Photoshop or GIMP for this matter. I'll show you shortly. And then you have vector drawing that we already started doing. Some of you are using other applications to draw the eye. Yeah, but those who are using Inkscape, Adobe Illustrator, and vector drawing applications, they're actually coming up with vector images. Yeah. Um, so when you create an image, you need to have in mind the application that is going to be used actually to display. Yeah. Otherwise, you find sometimes on your phone that uh, some images are not compatible with your device. Yeah. That means you basically need to get a software that will actually read the image. Hardware wise, the same. Some lately, some movie resolution, yeah, like 8K or 4K could not display, could not play on your uh, HD or only HD screen here. That is hardware compatibility issue. Yeah. So as you produce an image, you need to know your audience. You need to know how your audience is actually going to consume the image. Yeah. Now, difference between vector and still image or raster based bitmap. Yeah. As you can see here, the raster image is uh, pixelized. You can already see it losing quality as you zoom out. Yeah. Whereas the vector will keep um, the the quality will remain the same. Yeah. We'll shortly know the reason. Yeah. Like I could show a quick example here. Uh, if you read this part of the bottle, yeah, uh, which is basically drawn, using a vector drawing image, you'll see the effect that vector is it remains the same, but a bitmap is actually it's losing its quality. Using this other example, if I draw uh, brush, so this looks clean, but as I actually zoom in, yeah, start seeing the pixels around the stroke I've just drawn here. And this is uh, raster, raster image, yeah. As opposed to a vector that I had drawn earlier, you remember this, I could actually get it to the, um, get a closer look, and the quality will basically remain the same, yeah. Talking of this work, I had to add it on t-shirt. Hope you can see the t-shirt. Just to see how it can look. Probably later I would use it on a tumbler or a mug so as to represent the logo on a marketing product. Yeah, but all these are objects. Yeah, the sweat in the armpit. Yeah, you have the collar that you can add. Yeah, and then the rest are basically uh, nodes and paths. Yeah, get to this later. Yeah. So um, let's start with map. Yeah. So the word bitmap comes from the word bit, which basically means the simplest element, um, in which only two digits are used, the zeros and ones. Yeah. So you have black and white in most cases, and black will carry the probably the one, yeah, and white the zero, yeah. And then the map, which is the two-dimensional matrix of the bits. Yeah, so they are represented on the x and y axis. Yeah, so an image like this leaf, yeah, if you just pull a portion of it, you get the bits, yeah, these small bricks, and then the computer will actually, by displaying this, the computer is interpreting it using zeros, ones, yeah. Um, a colored image like what we have here, yeah, you have the same situation. This is cat, yeah, wild cat, could be a leopard or cheetah or anything, and then you have the pixels that actually start showing. Yeah. Now, depending on the color depth you're using, you have um, different details, yeah, on the image, yeah. Um, and of course, as the color or as the image is getting real, as you want more detail on the image, yeah, as you want the image to actually display every detail, yeah, you will need to actually use more color, and this will actually require more memory and processing power. Yeah. If It's just the same as when you want to watch a detailed, high definition picture movie, yeah, like a 4K, will actually bring details. If you're looking at a human being's skin, yeah, you'll be able to identify the pores on the skin, yeah, the sweat or the detailed hair on their skin. Yeah, thanks to that high resolution picture. Yeah, but for that you need more processing power. Yeah. Lately, I think they are now producing computer laptops that have that capability. Yeah. Now, when it comes to color depth, you have um, a one bit that will have a maximum uh, number, a, a possibility of two colors. Yeah, that is 0 and 1. Yeah, in a 2 bit, you will have two square or 2 to power 2 possibility. Yeah, or possible colors, and that gives us four possible colors. So you'll have black, white, and and a gray color, which is basically between white and black. Yeah. Now on a 4 bit depth, yeah, you'll have 2 to power 4. Yeah, and that gives you 16 color possibilities. Yeah, and you have the conversion in binary, because at the end of the day, um, decimals or hexadecimals, we'll see, will have to be converted into binary um, format, so that the computer could actually be able to read the information. So look at this example. Uh, in position 7, at the very bottom, we have 1 bit, and these are two colors, black and white. You get black and white spots on the picture. Yeah. As you go up, the color depth is increasing, and the picture is getting more real. Yeah, because you could actually see details, yeah, of the character in the image, and in the back you can actually tell what is in the background. Yeah. I need to charge my battery. Give me a minute. Yeah. Uh, Still, in a monochrome, which is mm, an equivalent 1 bit. Yeah, you could hear this term monochrome, which is basically equivalent to 1 bit. You still get an image represented using black and white. Yeah, but as the bits go up, you get the details of an image. These are illustrations. Yeah. So you most devices and software will range between 16 bits and 24 bits. Yeah, sometimes it go up to 32 bits. Yeah, or even 48. I think 48 is the maximum. So 24 bits, you get 2 to power 24 uh, color possibilities. Yeah. Now, actually, this will affect the format. Actually, no, these are factors that affect the format of images. Yeah. When you talk about uh, JPG, when you talk about GIF or PNG, they are all image formats. Yeah, for bitmap, but the difference comes in terms of the number of colors that one format can actually uh, absorb. Yeah. So uh, we'll go through them one by one. But these are popular formats. You know the JPG. This is very common, which is the Joint Photographic Expert Group. You also have the GIF, graphical interchange format, the PNG, which is the uh, portable network graphic, something like that. Not sure. Right. So picture exchange is one of the oldest formats. Yeah. Um, uh, yeah, it was initiated by MS-DOS Paint program. Yeah, that first appeared in the 80s. The JPG supports uh, 16 million colors. That means it's 24 bits. Yeah. Uh, it uses lossy compression. That means when you compress an image, JPG image, yeah, uh, it gets the statistical color region on the image, yeah, and it reduces them, yeah, or shrinks them to, let's say, to a lower number. And then when you uncompress, yeah, there's a possibility that some data could be lost, yeah. But as a viewer, yeah, the user will hardly actually tell the data that was lost. But by loose information, we just understand that when you uncompress a file, yeah, there's loss of information as opposed to lossless compression, which actually restores the the object or image to its initial status. Yeah. And that works with the GIF, yeah, which supports only 256 colors. Yeah. Um, yeah. If you convert, if you take a JPG, that means if you take a JPG image, yeah, with all the details and convert it to GIF and display both images on your screen, you'll actually see the difference. Yeah. whereby some color shades that were available in a JPG format, yeah, will not be available in the GIF format. Now, um, because the GIF has limitations in terms of colors, yeah, we have the PNG, yeah, that actually come as an improvement or replacement of the GIF, yeah. So I need to get the number of bits that PNG supports, but it's uh, it's close to the JPG, yeah. But I don't know the real number. I will research and then share with you. It's commonly used for internet, like web development, especially when you want to have transparent um, a transparent background. Yeah, you may need to use the PNG, yeah, instead of a JPG. Yeah, because actually PNG has more. Actually, I think it has more color possibilities than the JPG because of that alpha uh, possibility, which is the transparent background. I I could show you in the few slides before we start the color model. Yeah. So the PIT was introduced by Apple Macintosh, and it was later dropped to leave uh, in favor of the PDF. PDF is also a good image format, file format. It's actually the best format to use when you want to transfer one image from one software application to another. Like right now, if I'm drawing a logo, yeah, using Inkscape, and probably my team members or partners are using Adobe Illustrator, the best way for me to send them the image is by saving it as a PDF. Yeah, and it's very professional and better. Yeah. If I could show you an example of no, I will get it later. Yeah. So vector drawing images. Um, by now you know about vector image script. This is an example of Inkscape drawing. Could bring it in a recent drawing. Uh, yeah, okay. I hope you remember this drawing. So you can actually uh, resize, zoom, but your image will keep uh, the same quality. Yeah. So they say um, these are mathematical formulas that are actually used to come up with vectors. Yeah, it's vector drawing basically use Cartesian coordinates to come up with their with a drawing. I'm sure some of you covered the graph theory, yeah, where you have vertices and edges. Yeah, it's the same idea that we have here, where you have a stroke, a path, and a node. Yeah. Now that they are drawn on a x and y axis, this is two dimension, or x, y, and z in a case of three dimension. Yeah, but it's basically the same idea as we covered in uh, the graph, the graph theory. Yeah. So how it's done, when you want to draw a simple rectangle, the software will interpret uh, this as actually the rectangle. Yeah. Um, Zero will be the starting point. Yeah. On the x-axis, you have another zero on the y-axis. Then you have 200 as the width, 300 as the height. You have red, which is the outline. Yeah. Sometimes it could change to none. That means you don't want to have an outline. I'm sure you have interacted with this, or some of you who haven't, please do. And you're drawing the eye. And then the blue is the color fill. Yeah. So the software, the vector drawing software, we basically interpret uh, the drawing this way. Yeah. Okay. Now, the difference between the two, this is vector and bitmap, is that vector images will use less memory space, and as compared to bitmap. Yeah. Mm, Vector images cannot be used for realistic images. Yeah. That means it cannot capture the landscape or nature the way it is in real life. Yeah. If you want to capture the landscape, you have to take a photograph. Yeah. You have to take a picture. Yeah. Uh, Bitmaps should not be easily scalable because they lose quality. I think you have experienced that. That is why on your camera settings, you need to know how you're going to use the image. Yeah. If you're going to use an image for a billboard, yeah, then you need a bigger size of the image. Yeah. Uh, if you're going to use your image for a web page, yeah, then you probably need a smaller size. Yeah. For many reasons. Loading time, yeah, and also Um, Web are displayed on relatively smaller screen. Yeah, the biggest screen that a laptop could have, a laptop. Yeah, probably 17 or let's say maximum 20 inches. Yeah, that's the diagonal. Of course, desktop now have larger screen. Yeah, so it's appropriate to know where your image will display for you to get the correct setting. Otherwise, if you capture a smaller image in terms of size and hope to display it on a billboard, you need to stretch it, and this won't look good. Yeah, this won't look good. Bitmaps are used. Um, yeah, bitmaps are basically used for um, for display. Yeah, and vectors are used for animation. Sometimes even billboards and some web pages that allow you to change color of an item or a or a product may sometimes use vector. Yeah. As we take a break, I will show you what we have here. Actually, this is Toyota. .com. Some websites will actually use vectors to display items, especially in the automotive sector. See, I have reason to believe that, mark my word, reason to believe that these images are actually vector images. They're not realistic because let me pick just one. Yeah. So actually, this shows you the market or career prospect for vector drawing. Yeah. If you change color, yeah, it will simply load a vector image with the color that you have chosen. Yeah. Okay. This makes uh, me question if the kiwi that is actually used displayed on a billboard is a raster image or a vector image. Yeah. Again, for it to remain clean, for it to remain with its initial quality, yeah, it's possible that the drawing could be vector drawing as opposed to raster or what we would think it is. All right. Before we talk about colors, we can take a 15-minute break. So we come back at 10:20. Any questions? Mm. All right. See you in 15 minutes. forgot to mention the vector image file format. Um, if you're using Adobe Illustrator, you you will have a .ai, yeah, a .ai file, which will come out as a. It normally output a single page. Yeah. If you're using um, Inkscape, you're most likely going to export an SVG, yeah, or the encapsulated PostScript is a file extension for graphic file format used in vector-based image in Adobe Illustrator, but you can also, I think you can open the same form in Inkscape. Yeah, I need to confirm this. Yeah, but what I'm sure is that if you want to transfer your project from, let's say, Inkscape to Adobe Illustrator, the best file extension or file format you want to use is PDF. Yeah, I think that's very common and standard file extension. Yeah. Now we are going to cover colors. Um, there are basically two methods, yeah, to present colors. Yeah, you have additive colors and subtractive colors. Yeah, but subtractive colors are actually uh, a result of mixing additive colors. Uh, so we may say the basic colors that we actually use, the primary colors are red, green, and blue. Yeah, and this is the basic color model that we have. Yeah. Um, when you mix red and green, you get yellow. Blue and green, you get cyan, and blue and red, you get magenta. And these magenta, yellow, and cyan are the subtractive colors. Yeah. When you mix all the colors together, all the six colors, yeah, I mean all the three colors, yeah, you get a white color. And the absence of all the colors uh, will eventually give you the white, the black color. So, yeah. I hope you knew this already. So subtractive color are created by combining um, additive color. Yeah. So you have ink that absorb, yeah, some parts of the color spectrum of light and reflect the other back to the eye. Yeah, there's a whole basic explanation behind this, but I wanted to avoid that for just to keep it simple. Yeah. Subtractive color are mostly used in printed items while additive colors are used in display um, product. So when you talk about display, this is LCD, this is your screen, um, this is a computer monitor. When you talk about printed items, this is of course paper, or when you want to print on uh, marketing item, a pen, a T-shirt, a cap, or a billboard. Yeah. Now there's a fourth color. Yeah. Uh, that is used when printing. Yeah. Other than cyan, magenta, and yellow, which is the black color. Yeah. But as I had explained earlier, it's actually the absence of color that creates the black color. Yeah. So black is normally designated as K. If you want to you are setting up a printer, you're most likely going to come across that uh, CMYK color setting. Yeah. If you're using a software on a computer, you're most likely going to come across RGB, yeah, red, blue, and green, yeah. And some softwares have both. Like, uh, hmm, hmm, um, when you bring up these colors, yeah, you have this is RGB that you already have here, and then you have CMYK, yeah, and each has a saturation that modifies the the intensity of the color, and these are other color models. You have H HC H, HFB or HSV and the rest. Yeah, but let's go through the color models actually. So in summary, you have additive colors, um, red, blue, and green, and then the subtractive color, yellow, magenta, and cyan. So we've explained these. HSB and HSL, which are more or less the same. Um, they are represented on a color wheel from 0 to 360 degrees. We'll see that shortly. Yeah. Um, so let's start with the RGB color model. Yeah. This is red, green, and blue that creates all other colors. They are assigned an intensity for each pixel, ranging from 0 to 255. Yeah. So they are actually 256 if you remove 0. But 0 is already black. Yeah. And 256 is, is white. Yeah. You can see that on the if you are working with gym. So, like to come up with a red color, so you will need red to raise its intensity to 246. Yeah, the green will go to the 20, and B will be raised to 50, and that will actually give you a red color. If we may Uh, illustrate here 246. 246. Here we have 20 and the blue 50. Yeah. And eventually, um, we are somewhere here, and that gives you red color there. Okay. To change color, then you will need to actually change the intensity of the three colors. Yeah. When you represent it on the color wheel, you have pure red at 255. Yeah. Uh, while blue is 0 and green is 0. Yeah. Um, pure yellow is at that decimal number 255 and it's on the color wheel located at 60 degrees. Green has a 255 in the middle, and red and blue are 0, and so on. Yeah. On the color left, they are represented using this is hexadecimal. Yeah. I hope you remember how to convert uh, decimal number into hexadecimal and later into binary. Yeah, it's important to remember that. So in a table, they'll be represented this way, where the pure red is actually we call it hue. We'll call it hue sometimes, which is 255. Yeah, and then the green 00, and in hexadecimal it's represented using this. I think you're familiar with this if you've used TSS, because it picks easily hexadecimal rather than vocabulary or dictionary words. Now, in HSB, which is the hue, saturation, and brightness color model, you have, we go through the three fundamental properties. So the hue is the real color, the pure color, yeah, the green, the magenta, yeah, the red, yeah. And they are placed on a color wheel on a full circle, yeah, 360 degrees. Now, red will take a portion, yeah, yellow will take a portion. But as you travel through the red portion or the hue, any hue, yeah, you actually, its intensity changes, yeah, from low intensity to high intensity. Yeah. In the next slide, we talk about saturation. Like a red color itself has its saturation ranges from 0 to 100%. When it's at 0, it's white. Yeah. In layman's language, we will say red has faded. Yeah. But it's all actually about its saturation. Yeah. Now, when saturation gets to 100%, you get a pure red. Yeah. That means at 100% saturation, a color of any hue colored is pure. At 0%, any hue color, any hue is white. Basically. Now this depends on the background. Yeah, it could be black or gray, but generally at 0% saturation, the color is white. The brightness ranges from 0 to 100. Yeah. So when brightness is at 0%, yeah, any color actually gets dark. Yeah. Now when brightness is at 100%, yeah, any color has too much white in it, yeah, and it gets whiter. To have the pure color, you need to keep it at 50%. Yeah. I think you're familiar with this in your screen display on phone or probably TV. When you talk about contrast or brightness, all those settings are available. And you make it too bright, it will be too white. Yeah, basically.
Hey, shut up. Let him finish. Hey, GCC, shut up. Let him finish. So, population size, how does it affect? Continue.
In the CMYK color model, we have again the color wheel. Because the CMYK is a subtractive color, we talk about light being absorbed. Yeah. So the CMYK is basically based on light absorbing quality being printed on paper. Remember, CMYK is used for printed items. Yeah. So as the light is being absorbed, part of the spectrum is also absorbed. Yeah.
So basically,
Um,
you know how women need to avoid being perceived as sluts, right?
yeah, basically. The next color model is the palette, the color palette. This looks like the one we have on Inkscape. Yeah, here at the bottom, you have a color palette basically, which gives you different colors. Yeah, and you have a shade from pure color to its brightest. Yeah. So yeah, but note that the last color that you have in this section is not necessarily white here, but it's 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 the brightest color of this yellow of this green, sorry, but it still has some green particles in it, yeah. So it's not necessarily white, yeah. For obvious reason, because the white color is right here. In case you're drawing and you want to use the white color, but this brightest color is chosen by this software purposely so that there are no repetition. Otherwise, you will have bright or a white color at the end of each color segment. Yeah. So this is a table, yeah, that defines the colors of pixel displayed on the screen. Yeah. You find most of these color palettes in the Microsoft Word or even drawing software. All right, so that marks the end of this chapter. In photography, you photographers normally actually play around with colors, yeah, and in the currently, um, professional photographers need to edit their images before they send them to clients, yeah, and common softwares to edit for images or photos are, of course, Adobe. So this is Lightroom. I think I pulled some Lightroom. It's the best. It's commercial, yeah, and that's why if you look at the real person and the edited picture, you get a difference. Some of the skin will be smooth, the background will change color. You have some of these preset settings on your phone. Some of you have the warm presettings. You have cool or ivory, faded, black and white, or grayscale, classic. All these presettings that you could use actually to improve the image. But when you look closely, these are actually intensities and brightness of colors that are being changed on the image for it to look good. Yeah. And there are softwares that are actually specialized in doing this. Yeah. So Lightroom is one of the best, except you have to pay, I think, 900 per month. Yeah. So in case you're looking for open source uh, photo editing software, you have Darktable. I think Darktable delivers uh, good output as well. Also, you have the raw therapy. Raw therapy is also one of the best uh, applications. Yeah, um, and compatible with most of our open source. Um, no, most of our own operating system. Yeah, but I think I would go for Darktable. Yeah. I would start with Darktable before I do raw therapy. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do Darktable or raw therapy right now because of power, processing power. Okay. Any questions? Mm. But GIMP also can actually achieve some of the photo editing. Yeah. Something you need to note is that when you take a photo, most of us, when we take a picture with our phone and common gadgets, they come out as JPG. Yeah, most of them. But with professional camera, there is a format called RAW. Actually, uh, RAW raw pictures. Yeah, that gives you a chance actually to edit the photo, and you still have all the it's like you're drawing an Inkscape image, and you have all layers available for you to edit. Yeah, as opposed to a JPG or a PNG image, which is already compressed. Yeah. So a raw image, yeah, a raw image is basically uncompressed. Yeah. It gives you a chance to move layers around for you to come up with a final product that you really want to have. And Ductable and raw therapy and even Lightroom are good at editing such formats. Yeah. In fact, if you open a raw image with GIMP, it might not work. Might not work. Or Photoshop. Photoshop will accept compressed images. Okay. All right. Uh, we'll take another break. It's 47. We can come back at 11. So we actually look at cut, cut one. Yeah. And probably I could get feedback on your assignment. And I'll take any questions if you have questions. Your cut one is about drawing. Yeah. So you're recreating your own portrait using vector drawing. This combines what we have covered so far in terms of you'll find text, yeah, but image and colors, yeah. You actually learn how to mix colors to come up with a certain output product, yeah. And this product is actually your face, yeah. And colors will change from one side to the other side of your face, yeah. And you learn actually how to combine different colors to come up with that. Vector drawing is very interesting. It's just that it takes time. It takes a lot of time, but I think it's doable. So you have a rubric here that will help you come up with your product that will you use to and I will use to mark. As soon as you have access to the assignment, you, you get to see this. So I think the best output will be around here. So this first row is the best output. This last row is the, let's say, not good output. we'll have another one here when it comes to colors. Now this is the drawing. Yeah, the drawing. And this is for colors. A best output is the first column. Yeah. And the not good output is the last column. Just what I use to give marks. Something else I use to give marks is the effort. Yeah. I know this is a creative. It's a creative task. You need to really be creative, but not very creative. That's why I want to see the effort you are putting. So I'll set up a schedule for us to meet. Yeah. Um, I'll set up a schedule for us to meet. I'll meet each one of you just for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough to evaluate your progress. The good thing is I have this list, and this list will help me uh, set up a meeting at least in the week, in the 4 weeks, in the weeks to come, because we have 25 days. Yeah. So imagine your cut is 25 days, quite a lot of time. Yeah. Uh, I'll demonstrate. I'll look for a picture. So step one is to take a nice selfie. Yeah, take a good selfie. Or step one probably is to go to YouTube and see how people do it. See how it's done here. Now pause and pick a picture that of you that have that has this posture, because the way your eyes are, yeah, will make it either hard or difficult. That's why we started with the eyes. How you face the camera will determine how easy or difficult this task is going to be. Yeah. And in my opinion, this is a bit difficult because it's profile. Yeah. One tip I could give is that profiles are not easy. Yeah. Profile pictures are not easy. Profile means on the side. Yeah. I think face, um, straight face is easy. Yeah. There's a chart here. Let me see. Somebody else. Yeah, we'll talk about that. The group or individual. And then they start drawing. So just this is about tracing, basically tracing while picking colors. Uh, yeah, lips, mouth, nose, ears, eyes, hair, cheeks, and all that. Everything is being traced until the last. So neck, shoulders, shirt, buttons, zip, uh, eyebrows, and all. Uh, so this cannot be done in a day or in an hour or in 3 hours. So the earlier, the better. just like any software, there are forums where beginners join and they start asking questions. Yeah. Mm, there is Inkscape Draw Freely group on Facebook if you want. So it's good to join and see how they do these things. Yeah. I invite you to join. It's, it's just good. Uh, yeah. Like this one was drawing lips and teeth. Yeah. Uh, I'll share this link. You can find it YouTube. So we start with this object, then put the teeth, then the boundaries of the teeth here, and then darken them a bit so that there's a kind of shadow, and then it goes on and on. And as they progress, the lips and teeth are taking shape. And finally, that. Yeah. This requires a bit of practice, but it's just practice. It doesn't require, you don't have to be a super, uh, to do this practice. And I think the 25 days will help in achieving this. There's another chat. Please share the link to the Facebook page. I'll share it. I'll share everything in the just copy this in the multimedia group so you can get it in the multimedia telegram. Giving this is a good, a good, a good, the shortest. This is it. Let me see. No, I think 393 was not part of it. Um, where was it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Yeah, I think you'll be able to follow through. Yeah. In the next, yeah, yeah, you'll be able to follow through. Okay. Um, yeah. Join this group. You find very nice tips, and there are all sorts of questions. And sometimes it feels good when you know that you're in this business. There are many people actually learning this here, and I hope someday I'll see your post in this group, in this Facebook, Facebook, Facebook group. Okay. I think that's it. Like, uh, you just need to take it easy. Although this is not necessarily Inkscape. Yeah, this is Inkscape. Yeah. So I told you I'm going to put this whiskey, yeah, on a mug or a cup, yeah, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to come up with a mug and draw it very quickly, yeah, and in the end, uh, I'll I'll produce this, and then my whiskey is done. I know maybe it's a bit weird to have whiskey in a cup. Uh, some people use tumbler, major. Major uses tumbler. Yes, I use cup. If I take, doesn't imply that I take. But anyway, what am I saying? I will come up with a mug, and then I will show you sometime later. Right. Uh, you there's a question here about your assignment. Yeah. I think I'll change that so that everyone can upload theirs. Yeah. But you can consult as a group. You can consult as a group, but you need to come up with your own eye. Yeah. Keep it in this unit folder somewhere on your computer as assignment one. And when the time comes, when the link is open, you'll be able to upload. Yeah. Don't despair. Don't give up. Just keep improving the eye. Yeah. Now, if you have more time, uh, do more than one eye. Yeah, because actually it takes a number of those eyes to create a blink effect, and we'll actually look at this in the days to come when we cover animation. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah. Ideally, I'm supposed to look at your progress. Yeah, I won't insist on this. It's voluntary. If you want to show your progress with the eye, feel free to share your screen. Uh, there will be cut two as well. There will be cut two. Yeah, there will be cut two. This is George asking. Anyone wants to show us their progress with assignment one? Any volunteer wants to show us their progress with yes, Gichuki, let me, you can share screen. Gichuki. Yes, after, yes, you can show. Yeah.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Trying to at least copy three and submit one of the three, but I finished this one.
Okay. Which application is this?
What?
Which software are you using?
I'm using Creator.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, this is good. This is good. Yeah. Yeah. The only challenge with Creta is that it's raster image. It's not vector. But
That's
uh,
just unacceptable. Allow me
anybody else?
explosive bat V2 and explosive bat V3, which is a double barrel 50 caliber baseball bat. It's powered by 27 caliber rifle guns. I don't really see a reason why this wouldn't be regulation. This is the type of thing where you do it once and they make a rule just for you. This bat is insane. And for the first time,
Any other?
it's awesome slugging how it works. And finally, firing the wood bat with 3 shells. So 575. That's the longest barrel. Home run. 575 feet is all the way out of the stadium. I've also decided that it only counts by
Anybody else?
going into this. I was going to be easy, but as I got into the math, it turns out 575 feet is really hard. The forces.
Daniel, your mic is open. You want to say something?
I wouldn't bat it. We will try to fire it with 3 shells. More on that later. I'm right up against the edge of what's possible, and just to make the swing, I crossed over the.
All right. I think we are going to stop here. I'm going to let you go so that you have time to complete the assignment and start on with your cuts. I will post the notes in this under this topic. You'll find the notes, the recording link, the cut, yeah, and the book chapter you need to read. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's it. If if I may, just show you a few. I think I showed you this, but it's appropriate for me to show you again. These are outstanding work that were done last semester. I think you know some of them. So these are their drawings, and um, I hope to get some of these, yeah, from you. Yeah. Okay. This is ICS, I think. Yeah, this is ICS last semester. ICS. last year. Sorry, 5 years last year. Now, the reason why I think you need more time and where I see the effort is where you actually take time to complete all these details in the scarf. For instance, this takes a lot of time, but it's just as simple as throwing strokes on the scarf. Yeah, uh, and that was quite an outstanding job. Yeah, that's that's, that's a good one. Yeah, you saw probably an Arsenal jersey with that Wafula. I don't know, could be Wafula. Uh, so it was, yeah, he used to be an
But
Arsenal
through
fan,
those fires and flames emerged something
but
really cool.
I
I'm
don't
not sure
think
what to
he's
call it
still
though.
an
I guess we'll sit back.
That was quite an outstanding job.
I've been wanting
Is the background and other stuff. Yeah, that is also a good job. Yeah, and the details are very, very good. Yeah. Okay, so have a good week ahead. Yeah. I'll see you next week and happy holiday tomorrow.